Before we start, I'm just gonna ask you guys some all-time UEFA Euro stats. This is not World Cup stats. This is completely Euro stats, and I'm pretty sure you guys have no fucking idea about this. But start with most number of titles. Who do you think has most number of titles? Without looking,
Germany.
Italy.
Nehal, what?
Italy.
Uh, no, it's up and up. Germany.
Oh,
Yeah.
Actually, Germany and Spain are tied at 3-3, which is interesting. Italy is second with France at 2, then Netherlands, and then Czech Republic, and then so on. Portugal. So it's Germany and Spain with 3-3. One of
oh,
them can make it 4 this time. Who's the all-time top scorer by a mile? Not even like by a mile.
Ronaldo.
Who's the top scorer for? Yeah, that was easy actually. That's not
Cristiano.
Yeah,
tough.
yeah.
Ronaldo has 55 goals. Okay, let's see who's second. Who do you think
Wait,
is
Wait,
wait,
second?
wait.
how
When
are
you
you
say
counting
55 goals,
qualifiers?
exactly. Are you counting qualifiers as well?
I'm counting goal scorers in Euro official stats. I'm pretty sure maybe it's
So
qualifiers.
that's
Does
bait.
it put the
There is no way he's going to score 55 just in the finals, like in the
Yeah,
actual
yeah?
tournament.
So he's stat pads again in qualifiers
yeah.
Yeah,
by
Luxembourg,
this margin.
etc.
Bro,
This is
55
some
is like
extreme.
England all-time scorer though. Like I
Okay, who do you
think
think is second though? In this qualifiers included, there are two players in second.
Two players in second. Okay.
Both of them are going to
I,
play
I,
this year.
I want to say Harry Kane.
Seriously? Yeah, it has to be
Okay,
Harry
Harry Kane's
Kane.
one. Nihal got it right. Who's the other one? He's also going to
I
play.
think
Actually,
I,
I'm sorry, I missed that. There are three players tied at number 2. All three are going to play this time in Euros. Harry Kane is one. Who are the other two?
I think it's Antoine Griezmann.
Uh, it cannot be Mbappe. Mbappe started only playing like 10 years ago or whatever. Um, oh, no, France. Spain. It has to be someone from Spain. But no, he's not playing this.
Is
This.
wait, is it Olivier Giroud?
No,
It's oh,
it's not Giroud. He's
Yeah,
not that. He's not that. He's not
he
that big
played
of a
more
beast.
games, but he's not. He didn't score more goals. Definitely.
damn.
Who can it
Who's
be?
not playing this time? Thomas Muller?
Oh, oh wait, no.
Okay, he plays for Belgium.
Belgium. Lukaku.
Bel- yes, Lukaku.
Shit, seriously.
Dude, all these fun
Lukaku.
stuff.
With 27 goals, it's Lukaku. Okay, there's one more player. He doesn't play for the top 6 countries.
Okay, define top six countries like by FIFA ranking or
Top 6
something, or
countries. I mean, like you know what I mean. Like England, France, Portugal, Spain, Netherlands, and Germany. The top 6. You would call this a top 6, right? Or would you want Italy and I mean, these are the top candidates right now to win Euros.
what else? Well, I'm just wondering.
All right, screw it. It's Lewandowski.
Levent.
Ooh.
Oh my God! Yeah, I think Poland have qualified more or less for every Euro, or if they do qualify for almost all major tournaments. So I think yeah, Lewandowski makes sense.
Yeah, Lewandowski makes sense. Um, and another one that I had was most number of assists. This is not an current player, but he played for Netherlands.
Wait, Robin? No,
Wesley
No,
Snyder?
Schneider.
Oh shit.
Yes,
Snyder.
sir.
Oh,
Yeah. So
okay.
those are your stats. I'm pretty sure, like, I think qualifiers are mixed in this, but
Yeah.
that's in even with qualifiers, Ronaldo is leading by some 28 goals. So it's impossible to catch.
Dude, that those Luxembourg and Austria games, man. I think what are the other teams? San Marino, Luxembourg. What teams could he have scored all of those things on? And what was the other
Mainly
thing?
the
There is
Switzerland. He scored a hat trick
Gibraltar,
Geor-
in Switzerland.
Georgia.
Gibraltar, Georgia, Gibraltar, or
Gibraltar.
Gibraltar. Yeah.
Yeah, he also has the maximum number of hat tricks in Euros and World Cup combined. So he's a pretty big guy.
Big guy. Stand up.
Big guy.
Big.
Guys everywhere.
Have you seen his interview today? I think where he was talking to himself in third person or something.
Of course.
Cristiano Ronaldo is, I don't know.
He
I
was
mean,
talking to
all
himself.
with a in third person, like he was referring to himself that he is the only player who played 6 Euros. There's no other player who did this, and then this is only a very small chapter in my life, in the life of Cristiano Ronaldo. And he says that with a straight face, like no apprehension whatsoever. So the confidence just to talk about himself, amazing.
Big
Honestly,
guy,
I haven't
bro.
seen that, but I'm only seeing Mbappe videos, dude. Everywhere after that guy signed for Madrid, he's everywhere. Now I'm hearing his voice for the first time so many times. And his speech, basically his interview about how Euros is tougher than the World Cup. Do you agree with that? Do you think Euros is tougher than the World Cup?
I,
Um,
I'll give my take. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
so because of that weird like third place team can also qualify bullshit. Because that kind of, I mean, Portugal when they won, they finished third and still won the Euros. So I feel like Euros is that tournament which still keeps giving you an opportunity. And
Mm-hmm.
definitely, I think there was a point where like the South American teams were subpar, but now I feel like South American teams are also really good, and anyone can
Mm-hmm.
beat any European team on their given day. So just based on that fact, I think his I side with Messi, bro. Messi gave a counter interview after that, by the
Yeah, Messi is like you have like 5 times world champion, 3 time world champions in Argentina, 2 times in Uruguay,
way.
all in South America. So you can't count that, which makes sense, I
yeah.
guess.
Uh,
But tactically, definitely yours is like because these teams play it, but you can say the same thing for Copa America then. Uh,
Mhm.
so yeah, this is a counterpoint. But yeah, let's dive into the teams that we have that I call the top 6 teams. Number one for me is possibly for the first time favorites for the tournament, England. I don't think there's been any other tournament where they've been this good squad wise, and they've had this much expectation from them. Um, at this moment, they possibly have the best player in Germany, in a German league. They have the best player in the Spanish league, and they have the best player in the English league also. If you want to say that Phil Foden is the best player in England, um, but Harry Kane, Bellingham, who's a clear superstar now, and all of these young players and like Menu, Watkins, so many other, so much attacking talent. Nihal, do you think is gonna come home this time?
dude, it's now or never, dude. Like to like they've never had the thing is this team, if the team was really good without any past performances, I wouldn't put too much pressure on it. But there is momentum. It's like they did World Cup was a mess, but they did lose to like France, which were one of the favorites, and they did play really well in that game too. And prior to that, two competitions prior to, one in the finals, the other one in the semifinals. Haters would argue that the draw was easy, but F that, right? Like they really showed progression, and the core team is still retained. You still have Harry Kane,
Yeah,
you still have like your goalkeeper is the same, the goalkeeping unit is the same. Yes, now like they have new defense, which kind of makes me nervous because now they have a centre back pairing which haven't really played together that much because Harry
Stones and
Maguire was the
Gahey.
glue. Guehi and I think John Stones are going to start.
Okay,
Mhm.
yeah,
And I think Brathwaite is also in the mix. So we really don't know because they haven't really tested it. Southgate heavily relied
hmm,
on Maguire leading up to this tournament, and now Maguire not being there is a blow to them. But regardless, that is the only weakness that I see, the centre back partnership and the pairing, because it is all
Mhm.
really new and raw for them. But otherwise, they do have the core. They've played for a while and they know how to go deep into the tournament, right? And I don't think the favorite tag will face them this time. And but as we all know, England is their own worst enemy. So if if they somehow lose this, it's on them, right? It They're in an easy group. They shouldn't have any hiccups. They should clearly qualify as the group winner. If they don't,
Mhm.
I
hmm,
think that will be a big surprise to me right off the bat.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, the only threat that I can see is Denmark possibly, but not really. England are like too good as a team.
Yeah.
But do you think? I mean, they've never won the tournament, so that counts as something, right? Abhinav?
No, yeah, I think as I said, they're definitely the favorites. I think they really can't put a foot wrong in terms of midfield and attacking options that they have. The only thing which is concerning me really, really badly is the defense, right? Because it all looks like a makeshift defense at this point of time because Walker and Stones, yes, they are from City, they have some chemistry there, but I think Stones is kind of more or less playing in midfield these days with for City, and then the pairing with Margio here, I think it's a new pairing, and Shaw is kind of directly walking from the ICU at this point of time. He doesn't have any match practice whatsoever from United. So, and again, I don't even know who the options are for left back if Shaw is not match fit, and the defense as well. I
Trippier.
think Trippier is there, but Trippier is the backup. Okay, yeah, maybe he can substitute both for on left back
He's
and
gonna
right
play
back.
left back if no one's gonna play left back. He's gonna play left back.
But exactly, and I think but Trippier and Walker, they haven't had like these amazing seasons, right? I think I don't not entirely sure if they can kind of hold up. The defense is the only concern for England right now at this point. I think going forward with the pivot of Bellingham and sorry, with pivot of Trent and Rice, I think that's going to be really really good in terms of attacking options. But yeah, I think given the history, you might have seen that ad of Jude Bellingham and how much hope everyone has right now on England, on that guy, or because again they're starved, man. England are basically starved of success in this, and I think that's the only thing that can play against them: the nerves and the expectation to bring something back
I love
home.
how they
And,
have Harry Kane, but they made a ad with Jude Bellingham.
Jude.
Clearly, like, let's
but
not bring this guy into the picture. Let's only bring winners here. They
yeah,
finally have
exactly,
one guy who's probably the best in the world. That
dude.
ad
At
was
this part,
too much asking, dude. I don't,
I know, but it's so also. I don't
I
know.
mean,
It's
you're not
it's
Croatia. He's not Modric. You're not Sweden. He's not Zlatan. You're literally England national football. You
That's
have
what
players.
English media does anyway, right? I think they keep upping the players, and then once say Bellingham misses a penalty or something, that's it. Everyone, Daily Mail, Daily Star, everyone's gonna come down on him. They'll have all these headlines all over him. I think that's exactly what they did for Lampard or Beckham.
Yeah.
So again, I'm
And
not tempting fate, but we'll see how it goes.
but dude, this was on a platter, right? Like I don't think Beatles did him any favor, or his mom did him any favor by naming him Jude. Like it was bound to happen, regardless of the
Yeah,
profession that he went to. If he was like echelons of his career, there was
right.
a song coming. Even if it's like CEO
Yeah,
of a company, there is Hey Jude playing in the background. I feel like
exact,
this it was on the platter. What will they do for Harry
exact.
Kane, bro? Citizen Kane? Like I don't know what you can do for Harry Kane.
That headline was waiting to be written if he goes to City, but he never went to City. That's a different thing.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, no, but I think they're going to do well. The only again, see, I think England's offense is can make up for their defensive options as long as they face any team outside of top six. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think they should be able to, if they have luck of the draw, they should be definitely getting to semis.
All right,
But once, what-
let's have the 11 you would want fielded out. Let's start with Nehal, England rep.
Uh, Dude, I think I would start
You're going for
personally.
Pickford?
No, I think I'll go for
Someone
Ramsdale because I personally
really?
like Ramsdale over Pickford.
But you know
So
that's not happening, right?
that's not happening. So I can still like dream, dude. Sitting here, I'm not South kid, so I'm picking Rammers. For me, uh, I think right back has to be Trippier. Right back has to be Trippier, John Stones, and like Guehi maybe. And Luke Shaw walks in from ICU, as Abhinav pointed out. I don't see any backup options also. Unfortunately, that leaves Kyle Walker out of the squad, but I would pick that for the group stages at least. If it's a matchup, then maybe I'll pull Kyle Walker in, but this is my lineup for the group stages. And then I'll have Jude, Declan Rice, and Conor Gallagher as my midfield three. Not Menu. I'm not starting Menu off the bat. I don't want the boy to feel so much pressure. He could be a good option off the bench. And then Harry Kane for sure. And this is where I think I'm gonna like irritate Nirav a little bit because I think Palmer produces more a lot more from the right. I really liked his performances leading up to the tournament, at least for England, especially his delivery into the
Mhm.
box
Nihal, I
and
didn't
like
ask
trying
for
to.
bites, bro. I never asked for bites. Remember, I don't remember asking for bites. I just remember asking for opinion, bro.
Yeah.
But okay, I
So
mean, fair
Cole
enough.
Palmer and Eze. I'll start Eze.
Is
You'll
it?
start Eze. Really?
Yeah.
Where are you gonna start
Oh,
Eze?
what are my
Number
options?
10?
Like where? Not number
So you're
Then
10.
you
not
I
forgot.
already picked. I
You
already
forgot
picked.
Foden. So wait. What's your formation? Is it 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3?
It's probably 4-3-3. Now that I'm looking at the squad,
so if
who
you
would I
see the
pick? Who would I
squad,
pick on the
essentially the
left?
last I mean, what they're doing is he wants to play Foden at 10. He wants to play Kane ahead of him. He
Hmm.
has an option of Palmer or Saka on the right. I think it's straight up Palmer versus Saka on the right.
Yeah.
I think he played Gordon at left, but I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Hmm.
Um, I think he might do. It's a tough one. I think he might do Foden on the left, Kane striker, Saka right, Bellingham, Arnold, and Rice midfield. But I
Yeah,
don't know.
that I agree with. But I think it's going to be 4-2-3-1.
Hmm.
The defense is the same. I think there's not much to pick from. You have the any uh, skeletal defense there, but Rice and Trent as a pivot, and I think on the right it should be Foden, Bellingham as 10. On the left is probably Anthony Gordon, and Kane up front. Saka
Yeah.
can wait for a bit, I
So
guess.
both Saka and Palmer are like not starting. Abhinav.
I don't know. I think Palmer. I don't know, man. I think they're spoiled for choice up front, so can still start
Yeah.
them. But again, it's
I mean,
all separate
it doesn't
depending on the
make
match.
it, it doesn't make sense to me because you have an England Player of the Year twice. We know that Saka plays well for England. He's the only guy who can keep the width there. Foden plays so much better from the center, and Palmer is just a new flavor. Let's try him out if he can displace Saka. You just can't like start him out all right. He's not a like he needs international tournaments are not that. I mean, they're a scary prospect for players. You need some experience there. And Saka has been playing since 2020. He's played 3 tournaments now. At the age of what? 22. 3 tournaments. That's a big deal.
Bro, how is he
Wait,
fit at
can Saka
22?
play from left wing? Is he only on the right, or can he play from left wing as well?
If you're playing him on the left, you're underutilizing him. Who do you want to play on
Yeah.
the right? Palmer.
No. If Saka plays on the right, as you said, I mean, I'm okay with Saka on the right. Then who's going to play
Yeah.
on the left wing?
Foden.
Can
Foden can
Foden do
play
that?
left. Yeah. Foden left, Kane striker. Um,
Bellingham
or
10.
maybe Eze left and Foden 10, Bellingham and Rice. You have to sit out Arnold, but like I don't think I don't
I
think
don't
that's
think
fair.
that's happening. Yeah.
Hmm.
I think Arnold, Rice, and Bellingham is just A1 midfield and build the team according to that, and then rotate your front options.
Yeah. Possibly.
That's probably it. Yeah, that's probably what Southgate is gonna do. Nihal, for the manager section of it all, like when I was looking at like the top managers to watch at Euro 2024, I was thinking of where to put Gareth Southgate here in the top five. I just couldn't put him anywhere in the top five. I have Didier Deschamps, who I think is a good manager. Nagelsmann, who's top right now. Roberto Martinez, who's been in this game for a long time, this
Hmm.
management game for a long time. Spalletti, who won Napoli the CI, who everyone's looking at this tournament.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, and I think that's where I put Southgate, like probably fifth. What
After,
do you think? Do you think that's fair?
I mean, bro, Roberto Martinez, are you serious? Like, what did that guy even do? Like at the international stage? Like, I think
Exactly.
that
I
is
was
just
about to
like
say that. Yeah.
slander. I think that's just slanderous to put him about Southgate. Yes, Southgate has
Mm,
probably like squandered a lot of chances with this squad, but it's we have to give him credit for like at least being that one manager in the last like 40 years to at least bring them up to this stage, right? Um, I don't think he overperformed, but he definitely did not underperform either. Like looking by his record in the tournaments, this is an England team
Euro
which like
2018 semi-finals, 2016 quarterfinals, 2018 semi-finals, 2020 runner-up. Um, yeah, that's
so
about his record.
so that's like a decent deep runs
Mm.
into this. Like, and prior to Southgate, this team was struggling to get into the tournament. I remember like their highlight reel was like Beckham like scoring that free kick and like country celebrating and like dying, like which is kind of blasphemous if you ask me. Definitely don't think he overperformed, but he's definitely not below Roberto Martinez, bro. Roberto Martinez got rejected in Belgium,
Yeah,
and now he went and like
exactly.
found his
Yeah.
way somewhere else. For me, the order that is the only order that I'll squeeze him in is that Deschamps, Nagelsmann, Spalletti. I'll give him credit, but like Italy also has a very like weird up and down cycle. They've terribly underperformed in the last tournament, so they have a history of like bouncing back. So I'd see them back up. And
Wait, they didn't
yeah,
even
I think
qualify for the last tournament, right?
they didn't.
Italy didn't even
I
qualify
didn't
for the
know
World
about
Cup.
that.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
They didn't
no.
qualify for the World Cup. So now they're back, and usually they have this up and down momentum because Euros they won.
Hmm.
I think he's the fourth best manager right now, Southgate, after these three.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, he has built a really good culture, I guess. But Deschamps definitely for like all of us, I guess, like number one right now, like probably
Hmm.
because of like he's already won a tournament. He's changed the style of play for France. He's incorporated all these young players, and they play well. They could have won the World Cup, and then that would have been a really good record for him. Two World Cups, barely any manager achieves that, and they were
Yeah.
so close. It
Yeah.
was just like random Messi, I don't know, push or something. Uh,
And
That
so
was just
Colomani
plot
not
armor. Yeah.
finishing. Colomani not
Colomani not
finishing.
finishing.
Come on,
Yep,
dude. That
yep.
was.
Emi
I don't know which
Martinez.
was worse, Son's miss or that. Sorry, Nirav.
Dude, that. Come on.
Um,
Sans Smith. Okay, yeah, whatever. But it's that.
But yeah,
uh,
come segue to France. Has has there ever been like a World Cup or a Euros where France is in like the top, team like who have one of the greatest chance to win? This Euros is not exactly the same. They have like the best player in the world right now. Some would say, some wouldn't say, but he's motivated to win, as he said like in an interview
Hmm.
recently. And the team is looking pretty good. I mean, you if you have to bench Saliba, I don't know. Then I guess like you have a really good team. It's incredible to me.
Is that really confirmed? Like, are they benching Saliba and playing Konate?
Yeah,
bro.
I think that is what Deschamps like has been doing. All into everything points towards that. Everything points towards Konate and Kunde.
Hmm.
Sorry, Konate and
Or,
Upamecano centre back
yeah.
pairing. Yeah, Kunde
Konate
like right
hasn't
back.
been that. Yeah, Konate hasn't been that great for Liverpool, man. In the last season, I think he was kind of very on and off. He got injured a lot. I don't even know if he has like the necessary match fitness and everything. I don't know how he's
Honestly,
starting ahead of
yeah,
Saliba.
it's weird, dude. It's weird. It's just it's Deschamps' way of looking at things. I think I don't know. He probably has Saliba probably has. I mean, Konate probably has his nudes or something. Doesn't make any sense.
Who, sorry, who
He
has
would
whose
probably
nudes?
have the Konate has his nudes, bro. Deschamps' nudes. Nothing else makes sense. That's the only thing that makes sense, bro.
No, I think
Um,
this is one of those cases of that closer guy, right? I think I don't hear about him at all till there is World Cup. Suddenly he comes in the World Cup German national team. He comes in plays and then goes away somewhere in Italy. So just like I think some people are just kind of tuned for these national teams or something, and they're these manager pets or
I
something,
mean, but
and they just
yeah, but like it's not like Konate is a veteran of the French national team or something, or Upamecano,
exactly.
who's also had an okay season. Saliba has been having like banger seasons. I don't
And
understand, but it's
also,
fine.
like,
It's
Saliba has all the attributes that these two have. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't
yeah,
get it.
combined. It doesn't make
uh,
any sense.
but
But it's
honestly,
okay. It's not too bad. But
small segue. I was listening to the Athletics podcast, and they're doing some small segments on, like, it's called the Radar, and they were raving about
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
this Zaire Emery dude. I haven't seen
Zaire
him play
Emery, yeah.
much except for the one Champions League game that I saw, which he was oak. But
Mhm.
apparently he is the next best thing to ever come from like the
Wow.
Paris academy. Do you guys know
Yeah.
much about him?
I mean, I know 18-year-old uh can like plays like I think RCM more of like a number 8 position. Really, really good
Mhm.
at dribbling.
Hmm.
Had a really good link up play with Dembele and Mbappe last season. Yeah, I'm excited to see him. I mean, it's not just him. There are so many young breakout stars in this Euro 2024 that we will probably like see throughout the tournament. You have Florian Wirtz from Germany, 21, Leverkusen, double winner, 11 goals, 11 assists this season. Then you have Lamine Yamal for Spain, another superstar, just 16, will turn 17 in while the
Wow.
tournament's going on, just to ruin everything.
You know that
Wow.
dude apparently brought his like high school homework to Eurocamp.
I'm pretty
Do
sure.
you know? Yeah.
Dude, like, yeah,
He was
like
giving an
Oh my
interview saying
God.
that like I have homework. I need to go back and finish my homework.
Jesus
Like
Christ.
ridiculous, bro. Like I don't understand.
yeah, there is nothing to understand here.
But drum roll. Guess
what
who's
was
the
what
player
we
who's still?
what was one? Sorry. Yeah,
No, no, no. I was like the only thing that surprised me on the France team sheet is that they picked Engalo Kante. I thought this dude was retired. Like they are
he bought
taking
him back.
him. Yeah,
So
they brought
the
him back.
Shams has bought N'Golo Kante back, which is insane.
I don't.
Yeah, I'm
Wow,
excited to see him
yeah.
do it again. I want to
Yeah, I
see
mean, like I
how.
thought he was in obscurity somewhere.
He went
Like
to he went to Saudi League, right?
yeah, he's in Al
Yeah.
Ittihad
Mhm.
still. Like
It
and
had, oh
I think
yeah,
So
okay.
they're saying so this is predicted lineup for France. Um, Mignan, Konde right back, Konate Upamecano, Theo Hernandez left back.
mhm.
Midfield is Kante, Rabiot, and Griezmann. And attack is Dembele, Mbappe, and Thuram
So no
or
Chumeni, no
Giroud.
Kamavinga,
Yeah, where are
no
all these
Fofana.
guys?
No,
Wait,
no Fofana,
isn't
no.
isn't Rabiot like done after last Euros? Like his
Dude,
mom raised
the
a
Shams,
yeah.
the Shams really prefers Rabiot over anyone, which is weird.
Ah,
But I mean, it's all about the tournament, how long it is, right? Then things can change, and I feel like within like 1 or 2 games, it's a good opportunity for Zaire Emery to come in and play,
mhm.
Mhm.
and to show like that he can be a mainstay there. But yeah, Kante would be interesting to see. He has a lot of legacy in all of these tournaments. So
Yeah.
He
looking
has
forward to
legacy, but
seeing
does he
him.
have the legs? Does he have the legs to run right now
We will
in that
finally see
midfield?
how competitive the Saudi League
Euro.
is. Ronaldo is actively trying to raise the level of the Saudi League. Like he's passionate about. He's like, It's the best, guys. Come on, it's the
Yeah.
best.
He
Every
he
goal he
also
scores, he'll remind everyone, I play in this league."
yeah. His
I think
sister, his
Kante is actually
family
retired. Yeah.
his family actively keep reminding that he's scored the highest goals in the last league campaign. And then in the comment section they're like, which league is he playing in? So people
It's like
forgot.
they're not. They can't let it go, bro. The whole family as a whole need to let it go. Um, but yeah, going to the next team, like good segue to Portugal. This is a really interesting team, man. They probably player by player have the best lineup, I would say. Not as a team because
Mhm.
they haven't had a great record, except for their like recent winners. But after that 2016 win, they haven't been that great. Like they won the Nations Cup, but after that in major tournaments they haven't been that great. Um, the team player by player has some real superstars. So if I had to like tell you the predicted lineup from my research, Diego Costa is going to start at goalkeeper. Right back is going to be
Mhm.
Cancelo. Pepe, believe it or not, is still
That's
gonna fucking
honest.
Jesus, I was about to ask say that like, wait, is Pepe still playing or not? Okay.
yeah,
Pepe
he's still
will.
playing. He's gonna be there. He's gonna be alive. Ruben Diaz is gonna be the other center back. Nuno Mendes is gonna be left back. Paulinho and Vitinha, two center
Wait,
midfielders.
where did
Bruno
Diego
Fernandes.
Dallo go? Wouldn't
Di-
Dallo play somewhere?
this is our all research, the predictive lineup. Dallo can
Okay.
be included, but
Okay.
this is like through
Okay.
all of that.
Hmm.
Polinia and Vitinha are going to be center mids. Bruno right in front of them, and then we have a front three of Rafael Leo, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Bernardo Silva. This is one heck of a team. And if the team around Ronaldo can run ragged and give, and I still believe Ronaldo is one of the best poachers
Yeah, yeah,
in football,
Yeah.
regardless
for
of like
sure.
his age right now, what league he plays. If he gets the opportunity there in the final third, he is going to score goals.
Yeah.
So yeah, Nihal, thoughts about this team, man. Roberto Martinez, finally, it's almost like they don't see what he does, but they just pick him because he has some crazy CV, like international something he does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like pure, he only learns, like, you know how interviewers you just focus on few things. He focuses only on international management.
Like think about it, dude. Like this guy managed Wigan Athletic for 10 years, and then ever since that, like he's
Won
only
the FA
man
Cup.
touched superstars. Only touched superstars, been around superstars ever since that. Like, what a crazy
How do you
turn of
have a
fortune.
CV like that, not have a CV like that, not win a single thing, and still get to manage the best players in such important tournaments? How does this happen? What is that guy
It's
doing right?
how do you fail upwards? I think like Lukaku or these guys, and there's this other guy striker. What's his name? He plays for Atletico and Juventus. I don't know.
Felix, João Felix,
Felix, yeah, Felix is there, but this is other guy, man. I'm forgetting his name. What's his name?
Morata.
Murata, yes, Murata. See, how do you fail upwards, man? Like, I don't understand. Like, what is it? Is this money laundering or something? Like, I don't understand
Yeah.
why they're sold for like 70 million pounds. But anyway, yeah.
Okay, I think they all have the same agent, bro. We need to find the agent. I think we need to find the common denominator and get to the root of it. But going back to your question,
Hmm.
Nirav, I think Mourinho said something interesting that like Portugal this time, if there was an A team and a B team, both might meet in the finals. Like it's that good, and you can see the
Mourinho
on paper,
loves
right?
saying these things. I remember him saying that Man City and Man City's B team is gonna win.
Who's
Christ
gonna
God, it's
fight for
perfect
the?
for Turkey.
It's perfect for Turkey. But
Perfect. He
I
should
think
focus on pissing off Galatasaray fans, which he will, I'm sure.
to your point, like I think from goalkeeper to forward, they have so much depth, and I feel like they have so much flair all over the squad, right? Like they can make things happen in the midfield. Heck, they can also make things happen from the defense. Like Pepe can like murder someone on the field. Like it's a real possibility, like literally, right? So I think to your point, like if they could get the right balls and the right service to Ronaldo, I think they can go deep and they can go far.
Mhm.
And it'd be really interesting how they use Ronaldo, right? Like, do they start him every game? Do they use him off the bench? How would that impact the squad harmony? I think that will tell us a lot, and we'll see if Roberto Martinez can manage this situation because he doesn't look like the kind of guy who will. Like, he looks like a very poor imitation of like what Carlo Ancelotti does, like managing
Okay,
superstar.
okay. This guy had Thierry Henry as his assistant. Like, oh, he had Thierry Henry as his assistant. He led Belgium to third place finish, which is good in the 2016 World Cup, I think. And
Mhm.
yeah, he's been unbeaten in the qualifiers. So I guess like he's won 12 of his last 13 games as Portugal manager. So he probably has something that he's doing which is right. And this might be the tournament where he shows everyone. He probably has a lot to prove.
Oh, yeah. I think he already ruined one golden generation, so I think this Portugal's is the next golden generation he can ruin, I guess. But to your point earlier, right? I think the strength of Portugal's team. You haven't even mentioned Jota. You haven't mentioned Neto. You haven't mentioned your Felix. All of these options, they still have people coming from off the bench, and so they are like stacked completely. So they can definitely be in that top four conversation, like semifinals and beyond. It just depends on how much they'll click as a unit and what Martinez is going to churn up.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
also like another young talent that is like on this team is Yao Navis. I think we
Hmm.
are actively pursuing him. I was watching some highlights because why not? Our clubs do this to us. We go in the random corners of YouTube to find highlights, and that
Yeah.
kid looks really, really good. Really, really, really good. So we'll see how much game time he gets and what happens.
Yep.
Another fun fact, I think Portugal has the highest representation of Saudi Arabia. Let's go, Cristiano. I
Wait,
think
What
wait,
there's some
what?
man?
four. Yeah, I think
It's
they have
just
Ruben Neves.
What do
They
you
Ruben
have
say?
Neves.
someone called Montero. I don't even know who this guy is. Like
Who's Montero, man?
Montero plays for Al Nasser, of course he does. And Cristiano Ronaldo is Cristiano Ronaldo's best friend,
Three.
dude. He just tagged along.
Three.
Yeah, I don't see any other team which has like three
So what are you saying?
players from Saudi.
Portuguese people are mercenaries? Is that what you just said?
No, no, no. I just said maybe he's his
Okay,
best
okay,
friend. It's
understood.
just like riding along. I feel, bro.
That was an interesting stat. People who are definitely not going to be in Saudi Arabia are Germans, I think. Uh, I don't think they go anywhere. But yeah, finally a tournament in Germany after a very long time. Um, they probably are a team who's been through hell and beyond since 2014. Like from that nose picking guy to like taking them from winning the World Cup, taking them to absolute depth. Um, losing their first few games, dropping out of the group stages in the world in the last World Cup. It's been a hell of like um a twist in their fates. But now they have one of the most young, promising managers. I don't know what he's doing in international management because he has so much to do yet. But I guess he wants to do it, and I'm
Mhm.
excited to see how he shapes up his team. And this is a team that I'm fully rooting for. I think it's a young, dynamic team, and they have like they're way different from the team that won the World Cup in 2014. So I don't think there's even one player apart from Cruz who's there in this team.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, they have to make their own legacy. And if I have to tell you guys the predicted lineup for Germany, it's going to be Neuer, Kimmich at right back, Rudiger and Jonathan Tah, who had a really good season with Leverkusen.
Right.
Then Mittelstadt at left back, Andrich from Leverkusen again, centre mid alongside Cruz. Musiala going to be playing right behind a front three of Gundogan, Wirtz, and Gundogan is going to be playing right behind the front three of Musiala, Wirtz, and Havertz at striker.
Hmm.
So this possibly has two of the youngest, uh, exciting talents for Euro 2024. A really in form striker in Havertz.
Mhm.
Gundogan probably didn't have the best seasons, but Cruz is there for experience, and I think one of the best defenders in the world right now in Rudiger. What do you
Yeah.
think of enough chances for Deutschland?
Dude, I think it's definitely the huge favorites considering everything's the home team and everything, right? So I am very excited to see what Leverkusen folks will do, right? Because most of because the way they played this season, most of the credit for some reason has gone to Xabi Alonso and the way his team has set up. He has set up the team and everything. I want to see once the individual talent of Wirtz and the midfielder who's that guy? Think Fulkrug or no wait,
Hmm.
Leverkusen, Jonathan Tah, right? All these defenders and everything. So I just want to kind of see how much they have these individual talents, and I'm pretty sure they should be able to show up. And again, you can never count out the Germans, man. I think they're really on their day. They can just beat
Take us
anyone.
to
So
penalties. Just take us to
well,
penalties, please.
exactly, just take them to penalties and then just show them, right? I think so. Yeah, yeah. I think they're
Yeah,
they're definitely favorites. Semifinals for sure. We'll see how it goes beyond that, but yeah.
yeah. Nihal, I think like if I have to put a hot seat, every time we do this hot seat for managers, regardless if it's Premier League or it's Euros, definitely for Euros also there is a hot seat. And if I had to put someone with the most expectations, not really hot seat as in hot seat would probably be Roberto Martinez, like we've already covered him. But if it has to be expectations from himself and from the country, I think it's going to be Julian Nagelsmann. He has a good CV in RB Leipzig, but then he left Bayern Munich before he could do anything of substance. I know he won the Bundesliga, which is very valuable right now to to Bayern, but he really didn't compete with Xabi Alonso's lethal team. So we don't know what his worth is right now in the market. This is a good opportunity for him. This is his first international tournament, which he's been working for in the last year. He's built a team from scratch. There are a lot of young players. He's removed a lot of old players, only called Cruz back. Um, do you think there's a lot of expectations on him, and do you think he needs to succeed here?
It's a home tournament, right? Like, so there is that natural added pressure on top of everything that you've said.
Mhm.
So I think they are expected to go really deep into the tournament. I would be really surprised if they crash out before the semifinals, because they are in an easy group. They're expected to win that group and then progress through it. And to your point, like if you look at the squad, they're just like, I think this is the youngest squad I've seen, dude. Except for Gundogan and Cruz, I see like a lot of like youngsters and young blood into it. So which is really good for
And even the
uh
experienced players are so good, right? Like Gundogan and Cruz is like, yeah, if I have to give the mantle to someone, it's going to be these two players.
Yeah, and like, dude, Cruz is such a baller. He's retiring in Euros. Like, I've never thought of like a player who retired on an major international tournament. It's unheard of in the last 15 years. So he's just like, if this, I don't want like MLS money or Saudi money. I'm just gonna retire on my own terms. Won the Champions League, and now I think like that will be like a storied end. No one can beat that ending, dude. Like, and I think
Yeah.
I'm manifesting that for him because that'd be cool. To
People are
like
saying he can get the
Ba-
Ballon d'Or if Germany win.
and retired player winning the Ballon d'Or is like such a gut punch in like Messi and like Ronaldo's face. So
Yeah.
that'd be pretty awesome. I'd pay to see that. So yeah, going back to your point, right? Like I think um, he is under a lot of pressure to deliver, and it will tell a lot if he doesn't like if we don't see Germany in the semifinals, right? Because to your
Mhm.
point, he had like a German Bayern Munich squad. He didn't do anything notable. There was a lot of hype around Nagelsmann, and I think this is the spotlight for him. If he doesn't perform here, then there'll be a lot of questions asked, and he might be doing himself not doing himself a favor by like taking up this job and like staying here, because it's one thing to fail in a club environment, but like once you I don't think there is failing upwards once you like fail at a Germany job with a squad like this. So
All
it'll
of
be
these
hard.
managers going downwards and upwards and just flowing through the
Ebbs and motions.
yeah. um yeah so I think I mean they Germany probably have not I mean I think France has the toughest group in
Hmm.
essence because they have Netherlands, Poland, and Austria is also
Hmm.
one of
Mhm.
the dark horses here. I
And
truly
Yeah.
believe that Ragnick has completely changed the structure of the team. And I think you'd be shocked at seeing where Alaba plays if he plays if he's not injured, right?
so one
I'm
thing
not.
about Germany, right? I think I'm just like they didn't have to play the qualification because they're the host nation, right? They played a bunch of friendlies since last year or something. They've lost against Poland, they've lost against Colombia, Japan, they've lost to Turkey, they've lost to Austria, and I'm just looking at it. I mean, and they drew to Ukraine, barely won against Greece. So I'm not sure how this bodes for. Again, maybe they just didn't take these things too seriously, or maybe a different Germany will turn up in Germany. But this doesn't
It's kind
look
of
really
dicey.
promising.
Iceland drew with England. Sorry, Iceland beat England.
Beat England.
France
Hmm.
drew with Canada. It's been
Hmm.
USA drew with Brazil. It's been a weird sort of like testing period, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah, we'll
think
see.
managers are also like experimenting a lot more, like closer to the tournament, and I don't know how seriously I want to like
So
take
what
these
brings me a
run
little
up.
confident about Germany is the last four games from the international tournament till now. They've faced four teams and they've beaten three, drew one. They've beaten France 2-0, they've beaten Netherlands 2-1, they've beaten Greece 2-1 and drew with Ukraine 0. That's a pretty good, coming into the tournament, right? Won't you say?
Yeah, I think that's fair. Because I was just looking at Nagelsmann's record with Germany. I mean, how has he fared so far? I think from when he started, I think there were a lot of defeats there. So
Yeah. I mean, you can't talk about this team and talk about the young talent that they have. They have two of the most exciting talents right now who probably could be breakout. I mean, I wouldn't say breakout, but could possibly be contenders for player of the tournament. One is Florian Wirtz. You guys rate him? Have you seen him in Nihal?
Yeah, dude, this is the dude who came off his bench and like saved their record so many times, not just once. I've seen him
hmm
like save their
yeah,
unbeaten record like so many times, and something about he has. Remember when Kai Havertz was breaking through the ranks at Leverkusen, like when he was like young,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
like
yeah,
Chelsea went and
yeah.
bought him. He has that
Uh-huh.
flavor to him, like very versatile forward who can do a lot of things, and he's in a good moment. It's his breakout season, and doing well in Euros will only be a cherry on top. He's fully bound, Bayern Munich bound, bro. He's going.
Yep, he's
He's
wait,
going
going
isn't
there.
some.
he? I thought he was going to Real Madrid sometime next season or something.
Is he? Is the
It'll
deal
break my
signed?
heart if he
That
goes to Bayern.
oh
Oh,
I think
it,
Jonathan Tah is going to Bayern Munich for sure. That's been done. Um, Words, I hope not, man. That'll just be really sad.
so the big reason why Zabi is staying back is apparently he convinced a lot of these players to give in, sign contracts,
Yes,
and stay with him on the journey.
maybe
So he's
Words
like,
is
it's
definitely one of them.
yeah,
mhm.
Has
Frimpong,
to be right.
those all these players. I
Yeah,
think he made them sign contracts, and it'd be unfair if I leave right now. So he's giving them one more season, but I think next season there'll be an exodus. We'll see where
Yeah.
these players go.
yeah. So yeah, one is Florian Words, and then we have our OG, young boy who's been young forever in Jamal Musiala. Abhinav, what do you think? He have a chance to be probably the breakout star here?
No, I definitely think so. I think he was the standout performer for me against Real Madrid. He played really well against Arsenal because those are the only matches I've seen of him in Bayern Munich. So he stood out a lot. So I think there is every scope for him to become that that standout or breakout performer. But it depends on the role he plays for the national team, right? Because and for Bayern Munich, I think he was playing on the right. I'm not sure if that is going to be replicated for Germany or not.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I think
Yep.
it depends on the position he plays. But yeah, I think he's definitely one of the
I
most
think
potent
he's
attacking
going to be
outputs.
okay. Again, from my research angle, I think he's going to be playing number 10
hmm
behind
Kai.
Havertz, um, behind Kai. So yeah, probably more of like an open floating sort of position because if you see like all of the teams in this competition, you'll see England and France have similar type of tactics and similar type of style of play, which is more of like let the others have the ball because you have these
hmm
star players who can just burst out in transitions at any moment. You don't need to keep the ball, just keep compact and play. That's how like Southgate and Deschamps play. Then you have
hmm
Nagelsmann who's trying to do like more with international football. He's trying to do more like possession based, more zonal play, and that is still we have to see how that works out. Then you have Roberto Martinez, who's playing confusion ball. Um, a mix of everything. You don't know how they play a defense to attack. You don't know how Portugal go. They just have like some weird. They can basically a team of different tools who can do different things, like very tactically adaptable of sorts. That thing. Then you have Spain, who have always stuck to their ethos of tiki taka,
hmm
never really deviating from that. So within all of these different styles of play, I feel like if if a team is going to be facing teams who are playing these kind of defensive tactics and they have really good players on hand, then that is a scary proposition, and that's what I think uh, England and France will be, but Germany not so much. So I mean, we'll see how that works out. Alright, going towards the more of like the underdogs now. Abhinav, I see that you're a total
Underdog.
orange boy.
Uh, I'm a Netherlands fan from 2024, so we'll see. So, the only reason I'm supporting Netherlands is because it has Liverpool players. It has the maximum representation from Liverpool. That's the first thing, and I think they have an underrated team. I think they have a decent enough team in the sense that Van Dijk and Ake are in the defense, and I think there are a couple of PSV and Eindhoven players who I think PSV won the league in the Dutch league this time, right? I think there are a couple of those players who are on the wings. They play this 3-4-2-1 formation or something. Memphis Depay is there, Cody Gakpo is there, and Ryan Gravenberch. I think we are missing out on the midfielder for Barcelona, Frankie De Jong. I think he's
Frankie de
out.
Jong.
He's out injured. Yeah,
Young got
Yeah.
he's
injured,
out injured.
which is
Yeah,
crazy.
it's crazy. So yeah, I think. See, I don't. There are not many hopes for Netherlands as such that they're going to go out and be in a semifinals or finals or anything. But definitely they can surprise anyone on their day. And I don't know. I think with this core of a team, I think they should be able to at least do something more than the sum of their parts. At least get to that point of like quarterfinals and maybe surprise on one of have some luck on their way and then get some results. And also, I'm supporting them because there are not many dickheads in that team. I think the team is kind of really, very normal, level-headed sort of. I think Memphis Depay was one some time ago when he was playing for United, but now he's
Yeah.
calmed down a bit. So yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Depay, Van
this
Dijk.
is one country which like is extremely confusing to me because they have a round robin of the same managers that keep coming back. I think now Ronald Koeman is managing them again. Like he had like a horrible record. They got kicked out. It's like they have like four managers to pick from, and then they just do.
yeah. It's
I think they
it's
just
it's
keep
Ronald
rotating.
Koeman. Yeah, Ronald Koeman, Goose Hiddink, and then what's that Louis Van Gaal,
Louis
and
Van
then who's
Gaal,
your
and then wait, I know that other guy who managed Crystal Palace for 5 days. What's his
Yeah,
name?
who lost all 5 games. Frank de Boer.
Yeah,
Frank
Frank
de
de
Boer.
Boer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it. That's
that's
their
it.
search. I was really hoping Eric Ten Hag gets into that inner circle, but like clearly not anytime soon. So
Yeah.
we're left with this. What's interesting is that like the official squad lists Frimpong as an attacker, which
Yeah.
is
Wow,
yeah,
Wow.
he
that's
might
interesting.
probably, which is complete 180. But I think they're spoiled for choice for fullbacks. They have
Yeah, I think from the research, their predictive lineup goes like this: Verbruggen, the Brighton goalkeeper. Then you have Dumfries, Divic, Van Dijk, Ake. That's going to be your
Mhm.
centre back, your back four. Then you
mhm.
have the AC Milan midfielder Reinders, who's also like really highly rated, and like he also could be
Mhm.
one of the breakout stars. You have some dude called Shouter. I have no idea who this guy is. Then you have Bierman. You have a front trio of Javi Simons, Depay, and Gakpo, which is immobile. I think
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
quite
I think
static.
Gakpo is probably is the only guy who has some pace there. But I think you have that Malen guy, Daniel Malen, who plays for Borussia Dortmund.
Oh, yeah,
He's
Yeah.
there.
yeah.
He's an attacking option. You have the best loan signing of all time, Wout Weghorst. So he
Dude, this team
so
is like defense attack. Like
There's nothing
I
in
don't know how
between.
it flows. It's like one awkward dude. He's been doing chest day for like some 2 years, and now his chest is just big and everything else is just small. I don't
Yeah.
understand
I
how this
know.
works.
Yeah.
He's
Wasn't he the
stiff.
one?
His team
Wasn't Weghorst?
needs to do Pilates. Yeah,
No. Wasn't Weghorst the one who was quarreling with Messi in the World Cup?
yeah.
Yeah.
He did this episode
What
where
is
he was
that?
calling
What
Boba
is
or
that
something.
too? Paris Bobe. Boba.
Bobe, Bobe or Boba or something. Imagine, man,
Yeah,
imagine
yeah,
Weghorst knocking Messi out of the World Cup with that stupid freaking goal or something he scored.
yeah. Um,
But this
yeah,
team, this team, there are levels to it because they can clearly get knocked out of the tournament in the group stage too because of how because them being in a really tough group. So it'll be really interesting. The one thing that is going in their favor is that I think Lewandowski may be out of the tournament. So maybe Poland's threat is like nullified a bit because of that.
No, but
Um,
I see. Wait, which group are they in? Netherlands are in the group
Netherlands,
with France,
France,
right?
Austria.
Netherlands have Poland, France, and Austria. They have the toughest group. I think
Oh,
this is the
to actually, that's actually tough.
and dude,
Ragnick
and
will do
trust
some
me,
random thing.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Ragnick is sitting there for the last 2 years waiting for this moment. He's been like, my stocks have never been low. He rejected Bayern. He's like, let me focus, guys. Please, I have like
On
2 months to
Austria.
focus.
Oh
He's
my
doing
God.
revancheism.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
if Poland's out, if Lewandowski is out, and Poland, like they always flatter to deceive, man. I mean, it's Poland, I'm not counting too much. At least I think they should finish top three at least, and they should be one of those lucky losers. Worst case scenario for Netherlands. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Quickly going to another, I would say, I don't know. What are you going to call Spain, guys? Like, are they going to be um, some top team or are they going to be dark horses? What are they?
They are gonna get knocked out, bro. Round of 16. That's what
This
they
is the
are.
least
Spain,
intimidating.
Spain kind of gave up, man. Spain kind of gave up on their national team at this point because the core of the Spain's national team success came from Barcelona when Barcelona
Yeah.
was doing all the tiki taka stuff and everything from Pep Guardiola, whatever. Now the biggest team in Spain is Real Madrid. Real Madrid is
Which is
basically Brazil.
France. Which is
It's
France
basically
Real
against
Brazil
Real
Madrid
and
is
Madrid.
France.
not Spanish
It is
at
Brazil
all.
and France. It's not Spanish at all. So Spain
There
has
is
no one
one,
to kind of yeah.
yeah.
So
So I'm
Spain has like
going
no
through the
one to kind
lineup.
of go through. Like, yeah, so go ahead, go ahead.
Simon, goalkeeper. Um, Carvajal, Lade Normand, and Laporte, centre back pairing. Grimaldo, left back. Merino, Rodri, Pedri, Yamal, Morata, and Williams. Morata is still there. My God. Nico Williams is probably the young star here with Yamal and Pedri. So there is Barca representation, but there is absolutely no, just except for Carvajal, there's no Real Madrid representation at all. So that tells you a lot about this team right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Some of
Wait,
these
wait. Isn't
players that
isn't
are
isn't isn't Raya starting for Spain?
Um, research tells me this guy.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Now go ahead here.
Yeah,
no,
I
I
mean
mean like
technically Raya should start.
yeah,
Is Dea
but
selected?
his who?
Dea selected? No,
Bro,
right?
he can't find a club. How do you think he'll make it to the national team? But on similar vein, some of the players that are in this squad, Jesus Navas, Danny Olmo, Iozo Perez, Ferran Torres. Like these are all players who tried and tested and failed in so many clubs that just made their way here, which kind of doesn't
They're all
inspire a
like
lot of
Europa League
confidence.
winners, Europa League
Ima-
legends.
like imagine the plight of Rodri. Imagine the players he was surrounded with at City. Imagine what he's doing right now with Spain.
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, he's happy to be in this team because if he was a Spanish player 10 years back, no way is he getting into the team. Unfortunately.
Wait. And also, was that Rodri or someone? They had a chance to play for France, but they chose Spain. I think that's Rodri or Laporte.
That
I think
is
it was
that
Laporte.
Laporte. Laporte, yeah.
Laporte,
Laporte
right?
makes
Yeah,
more
yeah.
Laporte
sense.
Okay.
wasn't getting picked for France, so it's like
France, so
if
Yeah.
he
this
moved to Spain.
Yeah, and Laporte is French as hell, by the way. Like he's
yeah.
French as hell. I
It's
don't know
in the
what he's
name,
doing
bro.
in that spot.
Yeah,
It's so awkward. His face is also so French. But yeah, Spain is one awkward team out there which we can't really tell. And in their group is another immensely awkward team, Italy, which we don't know if they're good, they're bad, because they're half passionate, they're not. They have like a coach who just won the Scudetto, but he looks so confused, like he's never won anything. Uh, I promise you, have you guys ever seen Spalletti speak?
No.
Ever? You've just seen his
No.
face, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Because he doesn't
Yeah.
speak. He never speaks. There is no. He's a myth. It's only his face and the memes. That's it.
Dude, apparently he is doing this all strict disciplinary things like where he's banning mobile phones, no social media, no girlfriends close to the camp or something like that, and then no cell phones near the massage tables or breakfast tables or some bullshit like that. So he's basically putting up all of those strict regimen in the hopes of doing something. We'll see.
You know what's one
Yeah.
thing that I never understood about like some of these football coaches is that like why are they so fixated with like players having sex? Either they want their players to have a lot of sex or don't. Like I don't. There is no like.
Yeah.
Why does it even have to be a
Dude,
discussion?
wait,
Like
It's important.
wait. Louis Van Gaal
Pep
was
said like have
wasn't
it
he the
every
one?
night.
Exactly. Pep or Louis Van Gaal, one of those
Pep is
two.
like every night. No, Louis Van Gaal just said some weird shit about masochism and something. But he said nothing about that. Pep said that do it every night before you come to in the morning to play.
yeah, and then there
Yeah.
are these coaches like who ban it, like who don't let girls come anywhere near the this thing as a
They're like
distraction. So
all of the
it's
sexual energy should go on the pitch.
to the front of the pitch. The aggression should be there, or like the testosterone should be preserved.
Oh my
It's
god.
it's nuts. Like the finer details that these guys go to like get marginal gains. I don't understand this obsession.
I can
I mean,
totally see Pep saying
ultimately
that. Yeah.
football is that, right? Like you get to a point that it's only fine margins matter. Ultimately, how you manage these players, how you manage the top players, their day to day intake, their food intake, how much sex they have, or how much walking they're doing, everything.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
It,
going towards Italy's team through research, Donnarumma is going to be playing centre back.
Mhm.
Then you have
Centre back, goalkeeper.
uh, yeah, Donnarumma is going to be playing goalkeeper. Sorry, Darmian. They have like a three formation. So there's this
yeah.
player called Buongiorno and Calafiori, if I've heard, and Darmian going to be playing centre backs. Then you have Cambiaso on the left wing, Bellanova on the right wing back, Jorginho and Fagioli centre mids, Chiesa, Scamacca, and Fratesi as the front three. Pellegrini can be someone who can come on. Dimarco is there in the bench. Raspadori is there on the bench. Um, yeah,
Stefan El
overall a very
Sharawi.
El
El
Sharawi. Oh my god,
Shaarawy is
that
there on the bench.
dude.
Gianluca Mancini is on the bench.
I heard about Chiesa in Euro 2020 exactly 3 years ago, and I'm hearing about him right now again. I have
Yeah,
zero radio silence about that guy, what he did, where he was playing. I think Juventus also kind of fell off a bit in the last couple of years, so there's
yeah,
not much focus there. But Chiesa, he's back again. I think he had a surgery or something,
yeah.
but good that he's back.
In the
Yep.
Euros, he was the breakout player, and then they spent like a ton of money signing him.
Hmm.
Yeah, but they have like one of the best centre backs right now in the world in Bastoni. So their defense is preserved like they do that they've already had. They have a lot of players injured. They have Destiny Odogi who's injured, and then they have Jorginho in the middle. They have an interesting team, but again, it's very random. It's the highly random, and we're not sure if they can do something
Yeah,
about this. But they had a very random team in 2016 also.
yeah.
Yeah. So
And
2020,
also
I mean,
like
like
that's a really tough group too if you think about it. There's Croatia, Italy, and Spain all butting out.
Hmm.
Albania, I don't think is a threat, but this is a group where I think the third place winner will get a chance. One of these
yeah,
groups where
No,
like,
wait.
but
I think it's actually the opposite, right? So I think if these teams can take points off of each other so much that
mhm,
the third place winner ultimately in the third place table they may not have
might not have
the
may
enough
not have,
points.
they won't be the
the
best
number
loser.
of points. They won't be the best
Yeah,
loser exactly. So they
yeah.
may actually end up being the last two and then getting knocked out.
No,
So
fair enough. Yeah,
Yep,
it's a group to
Italy.
watch out for me for
mhm.
sure. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
it'll be
interesting.
interesting to see what Italy does this time. And the last, I would say, dark horse that we have here is Belgium.
Forever dark houses, bro.
Is it?
Forever.
Would we say the golden generation's over? Has the
Generations
golden
have passed.
generation tipped?
Dude.
Generations have passed. And this is
Have
a
we
team which
tipped?
was touched by the great Roberto Martinez. Just leaving it out
Touch.
there.
You make it sound so weird, man.
Yeah.
I wonder who's
But
managing them now. Sorry, we are
so they
Thierry
tangent.
there's this guy
Henry.
called Domenico Tedesco. He's a he's the head coach of Belgium. He has the managerial career of Schalke, Spartak Moscow,
Let's
and 1 year
go.
of RB Leipzig. And after that, he was out of job for 1 year. And then after seeing Roberto Martinez, Belgium decided that let's just hire this guy.
Dude, like, how is it that they have a squad of De Bruyne, all of these guys, and then they hire managers from like shit? Like, why can't they just get one good manager and then just do something in one of these tournaments? I
Squad
don't
only.
See,
But squad, okay, squad. Front three of Lukaku, De Bruyne, and Trossard. I would say they're getting old, but they're not too bad. They have Yannick Carrasco. I don't know where that guy is in life, how like what he's doing.
Al Shabaab.
But shut up.
Ah,
They have Mangala and Andre Onana and centre mids,
Oh,
both
yeah,
good
heard
players.
that name.
They have Jeremy Doku, good player.
Hmm.
They have Castagna from Leicester, then they have Munier, Witzel, Faiz, centre backs, and then you have Jan Vertonghen, who's still alive, Yuri Tillesman, Luis Openda as a great option for the front three. They have a good team, man. The only missing part over here would be Courtois, who has a very interesting story. So Courtois decided to not join the Belgium squad
Not
because
travel with KDB anymore.
no, no,
exactly. I
no. This
think
time,
it'll actually work wonders for their morale right now. KDB and Courtois not fighting amongst each other.
but this is for a different reason. It's basically because the manager, right? KDB got injured, and in the friendlies, he gave Lukaku the armband, and Korta got quite pissed about that. He wouldn't accept that, and essentially he said that he doesn't want to join the national team setup again. So there are two things that could be: either he just wants a break and he's just like, okay, this is my excuse. I don't know if you're gonna win. This golden generation is just like a scam. It's a fad. So let me just take a
Yeah.
break and I don't know, go to Ibiza or something. Or he's genuinely a crybaby and he's genuinely pissed about not being captain, which is incredible.
I think
Yeah.
it's the latter. Yeah.
Genuinely
Um,
pissed about not being the captain. Um,
yeah. Do
yeah.
you think they have a chance?
Let me look
Out
at
of the
their
group
group.
stages, yes. So
Hmm.
wait, what exactly?
What group are they in?
So
Romania,
Belgium,
Slovakia, Ukraine. So yeah,
They're
yeah.
going
they're not
out.
that bad. They are coming out of the group for sure. They will be top two, I guess. Wait, Ukraine probably. Romania is not that good. Um,
They should be able to
Slovakia.
comfortably get out of this group. If not, I
Mhm.
don't know what to say of them. Like, I think we'll have another pod just dedicated to that if they don't make it out of the
Roberto
group.
Martinez
But
is gonna come back.
yeah, what really freaks me out or like worries me about this team is that their defense, dude. Like, it just I I recognize Munier, Vertonghen, but these guys are washed. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
they're
It's a
still
quite a
traveling with
wash.
the score. They're like washed. So
It's like
I
golden
just
generation को धोना है बार बार. You have to wash it
matlab,
completely.
so I just get very nervous looking at their defense. Uh, but I think for the first time they're going into a competition with like ultra low expectations, which might work in their
Hmm.
favor. That is the only thing that I
Yeah.
can think of because the last 2 3 tournaments they were so hyped up that they just like came crashing. Um, now it might just click. Who do
Wasn't the
Alright.
last
what do we
tournament
know,
where
bro? Like Luton goalkeeper might actually be better for them than like Courtois. So we might find out.
Who knows?
Thomas Kaminski winning it.
Yeah.
Oh, the other
All right.
goalkeeper is Max
So that
Sells. Okay.
But honestly, if Belgium win, I'd be happy. Like I'd be really, really happy for
It's
them.
not happening. It's just not happening. If you can't win
No
with
way.
Sir Roberto Martinez, you just can't win. It's gonna
Bro,
happen.
why do you rate him so highly? What is happening here? Am I
You
missing
see,
something?
you see,
Like,
you
you'll
see,
see.
you see. The manager are getting contracts and for FA winning FA Cup. So he won FA Cup with Wigan. He should have been the
Oh.
United manager.
He should have been
He
the.
beat City in the final. Two
Yeah.
again, two with Wigan. You see,
It's
you
Wigan.
see what Ten Hag has done now. He's
He was the
matched
only.
Sir Roberto Martinez. He's
Yeah.
come to the same level as Sir Roberto Martinez.
Always
All right.
that event was very weird to me because I've always wondered like if could there be any team that gets relegated and still win the cup, and then they did it. I was like, shit, I've seen
That's the
Yeah.
everything in
first
life.
time.
Like,
That's first time. They
first time.
celebrated so
Yeah.
hard, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine being in Euros playing in like championship. They did it. Europa League they played with being in championship, which is awesome.
yeah. All right, that's a wrap for the Euros preview. Now I just have like predictions from you guys. I want to know the prediction, what you think, and like maybe like a quick 30 seconds of why you think so. The first thing is I'm gonna start from the basic, the top. Who's gonna win the Euros this time? SNT.
It's coming home. It's coming home. We'll tell
I
the
knew you were
world
gonna
it's
do that.
coming home. Yeah. Do you want to know why?
Yeah, just a bit.
It's the bet. I think the squad has played long enough, and then there is like really good mix of like this new players coming in with Bellingham, and I wouldn't say Manu, but like I really like the attackers that they brought on this time, like more than any other tournament. So I, they have enough options. They have enough surprises coming off the bench. It just looks like a perfect squad now, and it's now or never. Otherwise, we'll be talking about them like Belgium very soon.
Up enough. Your shot.
I think it's going to be Germany because I can't. It's their home tournament first of all, and I think the way they have the squad set up from Leverkusen and it being the Cruise's last tournament, I think everything's kind of written in the stars for them to kind of go forward, take the next step. I think they've gone through a lot of tough time in the last couple of tournaments. This is a tournament they get to set it right. Um, Everything is kind of boding well for them. So yeah, Germany and also Jurgen Klopp. So
Yeah.
But
Right
what
stand.
does Jurgen Klopp has to do with any of
nothing,
this? Like
nothing.
just so random that
He's
last
still
comment.
hurting. He's still
Yeah,
hurting.
I just want him
If
to
he
win
Get
something.
over it.
if he actually goes to
Support
the
the
stadium
slot.
and supports it, it might not happen, Abhinav. Like
Exactly.
so.
Support the slot, bro.
uh, Nirav,
Support.
what
That's
about
why
you,
we're
bro?
supporting Netherlands, dude. Nihal, didn't you think? Not just Liverpool representation for players,
it's
also
it's
manager,
yeah.
everything,
Uh,
everything.
Nirav, what about you? Who do you think will win?
Uh, I generally Germany, same reasons. I think the group is
Jurgen Klopp?
really connected. Klopp, uh, Havertz, Kai Havertz. That's why. So
Okay.
home advantage is one of the most important things here. There's a feel good factor because of like the Leverkusen victory, like the double that they've done. The squad is mostly comprised of all of these Leverkusen players and like Andrich, Tah, and Wirtz.
Yeah.
They have informed players in Rudiger, Kai Havertz, Tony Cruz, who's this is his last tournament, so he'll also give it his all. They have experience in Cruz and Gundogan, and really good youngsters in Jamal Musiala and Wirtz. So they have literally everything they can possibly need to win. But they had the same previously also, and they've disappointed. So it can go either ways. Just hope it gets done. They have the best manager too. I think like out of all of the managers, not internationally, but who's going to have the best career is probably going to be Nagelsmann out of all of the international managers right now, the youngest and the most hungry. Um, so yeah, Germany. Okay, next question is who will be the best player of the tournament? I'm going to go first. I think it's gonna be Wirtz. I think it's gonna be this is gonna be his tournament. He's gonna come out. This is gonna be the breakthrough tournament for him, right at the back of an incredible year with Leverkusen. home tournament, it's gonna be like how Gotse came out. Um, I think it's gonna be a top tournament for him. Yeah, in this system. Abhinav.
I think it's going to be Jude Bellingham. Everything that guy is touching is turning into goal at this point of time. He cannot put a foot wrong. He has a lot of black magic he learned with Real Madrid. So I think he can maybe he'll carry some of it with him to England, I guess. But yeah, I think he's going to have an amazing tournament. He is the face of the England national team right now.
Nihal.
I'm gonna pick like a wild one, and I think it's gonna be Bruno Fernandes because he's
Mm.
for the first time playing in a team where like people can do something when he actually gives them those balls. So it's good, and the
First time
team looks
also playing with Sir Roberto Martinez.
Sir Roberto Martinez. Why not? The most the best manager in the world. So
Yeah.
yeah, he's playing in a team where like there's gonna be like superstars around him. The team looks really good, and it's everything that he's been crying for. It's there on the platter for him and Portugal, and he performs really well for Portugal too. So I think his GA will be off the roof this time.
Yeah. Um. All right. Next one is the dark horses of the tournament. Who do you think is gonna surprise here? Like just like kill it out randomly. Nihal.
Uh, Surprise depends on like how little we expect of this team, right? So for
Hmm.
me, it's gonna
Exactly. Yeah.
be for me it's gonna be Scotland because I think they'll make it out of that group.
Hmm.
They'll make it
Interesting. Wow.
second. They'll finish second behind like Germany because this team has been building.
That's not an easy group because Hungary is really underrated.
Yeah,
And Switzerland is
Scott
obviously really good.
McTominay is gonna eat choboslai for dinner. Scott McTominay is different gravy, bro, in like Scotland shirt. So,
Is
ah,
they're playing their first match tomorrow, right? Scotland.
Yes,
I think
yes,
so.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Germany,
yeah.
Scotland.
Sir Andy
We'll know tomorrow.
Robertson like will assist, and like Scott McTominay will
Tomorrow
be
only
header.
after Germany beat them 5-0, will put this reel out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my pick for the dark horses.
Okay. Abhinav.
Yeah, I think Dark Horses definitely has to be Hungary. I think we haven't talked about them once in this pod, but everyone, apart from the three of us, I think are raving about Hungary and what they can do. Apparently, they've had a very good internet. They haven't been defeated in the last, I don't know, 1 year, 2 years or
They
something. I
they
mean,
lost
they've
on June 4th to Ireland. I'm just letting you
Ireland.
know.
Okay, again, I'm not sure. Like there is some stat. There is some stat. Like they went undefeated for a very long time, and
Gotcha.
so yeah, I think Sobozlai is going to be the linchpin of the teams. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I'm pretty sure they can make it to quarters at least. And with a bit of luck, maybe they can go further. But they are the ones we can definitely surprise a lot of us.
Yeah. Um, for me, Ralph Ragnick has been waiting for this opportunity for a long time. He got fucked off from he went from United. It was a pretty down moment for him. They were calling Ronaldo was calling him some sporting directive or something, and dissing him with an interview with P.S. Morgan. Uh, but he's been there for 2 years. Apparently, he's changed the whole structure of the team. He changed the whole structure of how Austria operate. I still think he's a good tactician, and I think this is a good opportunity for him to showcase what he is. And he like turned down the Bayern Munich job to stay with Austria, which is a pretty big thing. So we'll see. We'll see. That's my dark horse is Austria.
I mean, for me, like that is so unnecessary though. Like because after this tournament, he could have joined Bayern Munich. Like why outright
He
like
doesn't
give up
want to, dude. He's not that guy. He's not that guy. He's just
The
not that guy.
process, yeah.
I think we traumatized him too much, bro. That's my only
Yeah, I
take.
think he's traumatized him too much. He's like, we have to change. We have to change, and everyone's like, no, bro. We have to change you. He also, yeah, he also had some insanely heavy defeats at United, which he's probably never thought about in life. Like it's like, it, and
Yeah,
in the end, they asked him some end of year annual review, and they're like, okay, bye.
yeah. So three of us actually picked like
Fantastic.
very tough underdogs to perform because Scotland and Hungary could easily get like beaten by Switzerland to the second spot, and Austria, as we know, is in the group of death where they could end up with 3 L's. 3 games, 3 L's is what like Ragnick is prepping for.
Im-
So that'll be
Three
Oh.
interesting.
W's. Three W's. Wait for
Three
it.
dumb. That'd be nice.
Austria's gonna take back the world, bro. After World War II.
Imagine rejecting Bayern Munich job and getting 3 L's and losing the Munich job to win fucking Vincent Company, man. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, that is our podcast for today. Good pod. We have all of these things, and yeah, we'll get back to this like we always do, and see all of these picks. And
And see how wrong we are.
Nehal's reel is dropping instantly after tomorrow's game. when Big Scott gets a red card.